Good high noon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Every time I wear this shirt, I think of Judith M. Villeneuve, Maine, because it's such a disaster of a shirt. It's something I use when I'm doing some project or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, I love that shirt." Okay. Anyhow, yeah, I'm sanding the bedroom, so I'm gonna have to put a bandana around my face, you know, like the Wild West days, because oh my God, I noticed, of course, little particles of, you know, when I'm sanding, whatever it's called, wall fill or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sanding it. That's what Perpetual told me to do today. Mind you, okay. Anyhow, I see these little particles floating everywhere, landing on my phone and all this jazz, so I'm going to need to really, I think, wear a, oh, I forgot to put out my cig, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on a minute. I actually paused and put out my cig. Anyhow, you can see the progress of my fever blister here. Yeah, you know, when it becomes a scab is when it's very noticeable, but I'll try to pick up the pieces of my broken life and get on with it. Yeah, sanding. So, yeah, I'm going to have to wear a bandana around my, like a bandit from the Wild West or something. Or what we've been told they did. I don't even know if there was a Wild West. I don't know if there's a western part of the United States. I don't believe anything anymore. I'm kidding. Of course I believe that. I think. I don't know. God, that'll be the next thing I'll look up. Was there really a Wild West? Oh, I think the Wild West has been portrayed in a completely different way than it probably really was. But, you know, I think they probably wore the things around their faces, mainly for dust storms and when cowboys were herding the cows and such. Why am I talking about this? I have no idea. Oh, everything's a conspiracy. Yeah. So, I just thought I'd come at you wildly and say hello, really. Not a whole heck of a lot to report this morning. We're just working on that bedroom, and, you know, my ex-husband, built that room, you know, and his brother helped a little bit with the electrical stuff, and my nephews helped. My nieces weren't really into the electronic portion, but they're all good with computers and stuff. Who cares? Anyhow, and we have not done a thing with it in 20 years or something. Spencer will be 22 coming up. So, I mean, it's not been painted. It's just a terrible condition. And, of course, you know how kids are. They aren't very delicate with walls sometimes and stuff like that. So there was a lot of filling in to do, and this leaves me with a lot of sanding. And then I had forgotten I haven't done this kind of work in ages, and I had forgotten how, you know, it flies through the atmosphere and everything. I should probably maybe even hang up a sheet over the doorway so that it doesn't float into the rest of the house. It's dusty enough in here, is my point. Anyhow, yeah, that's all. Just checking in to say hi. I can't think of any explosive issues that have unfolded over the weekend that are earth-shattering, but then again, I'm not glued to the various types of entertainment. Although last night I had to suffer, and I do mean that literally, ladies and gentlemen, because Perpetual is madly in love with the TV, and anything they say is right. Just remember that. And so I had to be subjected to 60 minutes whilst doing some work in that room. And I heard them bloviating something about social media and Russia and all this stuff. They are not going to let it go ever. It's never going to be let go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to go down in the history books that somehow Russia colluded with Donald Trump. I'd like to know what that even means. I've been over this so many times. I know people are rolling their eyes over it because, you know, can we do an expose on David Brock's organization and how they took over social media, and they had an organization, a think tank, whatever you call it, called Correct the Record, where they came in and pounced on people for saying a thing against dear sweet Hillary or maybe being Bernie Sanders supporters, and they would just drop in downright lies. But that's okay. It's okay to let those people get by with it, but anything that might be traced back to Russia, big scary Russia, it's all bogus. It is a complete lie. It's based on a lie. It's built on a lie. It's a lie, okay? I don't know how better I can put it. If you don't believe me, do some research outside of the regular corporate media. There is a person who has documented this beautifully. Her name is Sane, S-A-N-E, progressive, although she doesn't even like to be called a progressive anymore, but everybody knows her as that. If you want to type into the YouTube search, Sane Progressive Russia, she even has something from maybe 3 weeks ago or a week ago or something. documented the whole thing. She's not the only one. It's the only one that comes to my mind right now. Or you could read the report by the former intel agents that explicitly proves, yes, and I don't use the word proof a lot either, that Russia could not have physically hacked this election. It was the stuff that was downloaded was done locally. It was not done by way of the internet. It was scientifically impossible. Okay, I'm now turning red. So, yeah, you could check that out if you'd like. Just type in Ray McGovern, Russia. I think, a lot of stuff will come up there. But now we've moved beyond that, because evidently it's not, they're moving away from the Russia hack to now Russia interfered or aided or bought advertising on Facebook and all this jazz. And we never, ever, never in a month of Tuesdays hear about, this is just, oh my God, the David Brock thing, or anybody, correct the record, nothing to do with that other side, so to speak, is ever broached. And why? Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm getting really mad about it. I guess that's all. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at your thoughts of the day. Please join me, join others, drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues, leave labels at the door, and please, for the love of all things lovable, research before you judge. Research before you think that Russia had something to do with whatever. And, why don't they research into why don't they expose how Israel has a lot to do with everything we do politically. Not just our elections, but how people vote in Congress. Check Israel on that, not Russia. I am really getting mad now. I better sign off so that you don't think poorly of me, because I'm supposed to be a delicate flower. Love you.